Good evening. What's good,
What's
my
up,
boy?
dude? How's it going?
It's going good. Happy Saturday. It's a lovely
Happy
night tonight.
Happy Saturday. Thanks for
How's
waiting for me.
yeah, no problem. How's everything over there in good old the South California?
It was good. It was raining a little while ago, and then it it's really warm. What
Yeah,
about you?
that's California for you. It was super fucking hot all day today, bro. Like it
It
was
was gloomy.
nasty.
Yeah, it was gloomy for me.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, it's cool now though. It's nice.
That's
Like
good.
the days are super fucking hot, but like as soon as the sun goes down, it gets pretty chill, so it's nice.
Are you happy with the outcome of tonight?
Hell yeah, dude. Tonight was a dope ass show, bro. It was a really good Lucha Libre AAA. And
Well, that's what we're on. That's what we're talking.
yeah, bro. Did you stream it?
Yeah, I did. We did a watch along for it.
Oh, nice. How's your watch alongs for AAA? I know like Raw and SmackDown do great numbers for you, but are
Yeah.
people into Lucha Libre AAA as much or not?
Tonight I had it's consistently about 180, 200 people. So not too bad. About 10% of what I get for like a Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah,
Um, but it's all good.
yeah,
Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less.
yeah. It's cool, bro. I mean, I think I'm just gonna gatekeep AAA. I'm not gonna let anyone else watch it and just keep it for myself.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, I feel like it's such a good show that you shouldn't gatekeep it.
No, I'm trying to get my people to watch it too. But I think it's hard for some people to sit there and watch wrestling on a Saturday night. Like that's when a lot of people are hanging out with their families, and I get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's still an hour show. You can watch it anytime. And if you don't watch it live, it ends up being what? Maybe a 35, 45 minute show?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like like I told my wife, because we were out all day doing stuff, and I was like, all right, if you want to do this, we got to be done by 7 o'clock. I got to be home by 7 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why we went out in the morning, and because we were trying to get everything done so I can be home so I can watch AAA.
Absolutely. I completely understand. I
Hell
said the
yeah.
same thing. I need to be home before 7 so I can watch this.
Yeah, dude. And I'm happy to say that it was worth it. It was worth telling my wife, sorry, I can't hang out with you anymore.
Yeah, it's only for an hour.
Yeah, for sure.
It's only for an hour. But yeah, let's jump into it, man. It
Hmm.
had a pretty solid opening, I believe. We saw who did we see? I think the first match, right? It just went straight into a match,
Literally,
or was
bro. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We had a triple threat match between the returning of Jack Cartwheel from his injury from April, during WrestleMania weekend, and then it was Mini Vikingo and Dragon Lee. What'd
Yeah.
you think of the match overall?
It was really interesting to me. This match felt really special to me personally because Jack Cartwheel is from Sacramento. He's our hometown hero. I was lucky enough to have him on our show. I mentioned that already. I'm just repeating myself at this point. But also, Dragon Lee is from Tala, Jalisco. That's where my family's from, where my parents are from. So it was kind of like, oh man, this is pretty crazy. Like someone from Sacramento and then someone from Tala, they're in the same ring in AAA. So that was pretty cool. And the match was a fucking crazy ass triple threat match, like we all expected.
Yeah, and we got to interview Mini Vikingo too. You left that out.
No, we talked about that. When was
I
it? When did
mean,
we talk? Like 2 days ago, I mentioned it. I hate
I know,
telling the
but
same stories over
there's
and
new
over again.
viewers here. Not everybody knows that we
Oh
got to
yeah,
interview these guys.
yeah,
I got to ask Dragon Lee questions when I met him at Comic Con last year
yeah.
and at WrestleMania weekend. Talked to Jack Carwell and
Hmm.
Mini Vikingo. So it was a really good match. We were both looking forward to this match, and they definitely did not let us down.
Yeah, and I'm so glad to see Jack Cartwheel back. It looks like he didn't miss a fucking step. Like a lot of the times when some guys come back from injury, they switch up their styles a little bit. They don't go as hard. They kind of think twice about some of the things that they want to do in the ring, but Jack Cartwheel was looking better than ever.
Yeah, for a second, I really thought they were going to give it to him, but Mini Vikingo definitely deserves it. And I think if El Hijo del Vikingo wasn't injured, that the AAA Latin American Championship was where Mini Vikingo was headed.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a lot of plans have changed after that unfortunate injury, which we'll get into. Thank you guys again for the likes. Be sure to comment if you watched AAA Lucha Libre, or if you didn't, we're covering it right now. I appreciate all the love and the sharing and all that good stuff. Yeah, Jack Cartwheel was in control. It looked like he was going to win it. He had hit his finisher on Dragon Lee. And I was like, oh my God, if Jack Cartwheel pins Dragon Lee, holy shit, that would be a huge win. But yeah, Mini Vikingo, he pretty much stole the win. Um, and yeah, now he's out of that Latin American title scene. It looks like they're going to do something completely new, completely different. But Mini Vikingo won, so at least it looks like they're going to continue pushing Mini Vikingo, because a lot of the times when this stuff happens, the people like when it's a tag team that gets injured, when the other guy that's not injured, he's not used anymore, or they don't push them anymore. But it looks like they're going to continue to push Mini Vikingo, so that's great news.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. We both. It was a hard one, right? All three were great opponents for each other, but I think Mini Vikingo is definitely the right call, especially after he defeated El Hijo del Vikingo twice. He definitely deserves a title. So I think putting him against Ray Phoenix is going to continue to help elevate Mini Vikingo.
I want to give a quick shout out to Daniel Snyder. This is unrelated, but I think this is interesting. I just watched the McGregor Holloway fight, and McGregor blew out his knee with one kick. That's crazy. Thanks for your comment, dog. Um, yeah, Mini Vikingo. We're gonna get Mini Vikingo versus Ray Phoenix. I was a little bit concerned after Mini Vikingo pinned Jack Cartwheel. He wasn't getting up because he did like a crazy spinning moonsault or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like selling and selling, and I'm like, bro, you won. You can get up now. But he wasn't getting up. Mini Vikingo was still laying there, and I'm like, bro, don't fucking tell me this motherfucker hurt himself before his big title match, when he just, like after winning this match. Cause he was laid out, he was laying there selling for a long time after that match, I felt like. Did you notice
I
that?
I did see that he was laying there for a minute. I didn't think about it like that,
Okay.
but thinking about it now, I'm like, oh, maybe it's the curse of the Vikingos. But thankfully,
Yeah.
Mini Vikingo didn't get injured.
Yeah, he looks fine, but yeah, it took him a while, and I was getting kind of worried there for a second, but now he looks like he was just selling, so that's good news.
Yeah. Did you catch that backstage segment that he had with Omos?
I did, yeah.
What do you
I
think of that?
um that's that's a good question. I was thinking a lot of things. I was thinking maybe that story is not over yet, because they said something interesting. I guess Dorian had told Mini Vikingo a while back, I chose the wrong Vikingo or something like that. Or what was that?
Yeah, I saw that Mini Vikingo was like, yeah, you chose the wrong Vikingo. It
Oh,
seems.
okay.
Yeah.
So that could either mean, that story continues, or maybe it means that was just like, okay, that's the end of it right there. Mini Vikingo is going to go on to the cruiserweight title scene, and you guys are going to go your separate ways. So it could be both. I don't know. I wasn't sure, but I thought it was definitely interesting how they had that little confrontation backstage.
Yeah. Do you think so? So this match is gonna happen in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Um, Mini Vikingo versus Ray Phoenix
Hmm.
for the cruiserweight championship. Do you think Mini Vikingo has a chance of actually taking the title off of Ray Phoenix?
Yeah, dude, I do, because it looks like AAA, they have a lot of plans for Mini Vikingo. So it would be crazy to say Mini Vikingo beat Ray Phoenix for that AAA Cruiserweight Championship, because I feel like the Cruiserweight Championship usually means it's for the lightweight wrestlers as far as weight, you know? And who better for a cruiserweight title than Mini Vikingo? The dude is like, he probably weighs like what, 175 pounds? He's literally the definition of a cruiserweight. So I think that title fits Mini Vikingo more than Ray Phoenix.
Do you think someone would show up during that match? Maybe the previous champion, like Laredo Kid? I feel like Laredo Kid and Ray Phoenix had a really good feud. And I almost feel like it's not really over. It feels like one of those feuds where it's like kind of done, but it could always come back again.
Dude, I don't even know anymore. It seems like you get more of these things right than I do lately. So what do you think? I don't think that should happen, but I mean, what about you?
I think, I mean, overall, I would love to see Mini Vikingo with the Cruiserweight Championship. I'd love to see him with the AAA Latin American Championship. Mini Vikingo deserves it overall. Do I think he's going to defeat Ray Phoenix on a one-on-one match with no interference? It's kind of hard.
Right.
I don't think so, but it's not impossible. I think he needs some sort of outside help or some sort of outside interference, or maybe if Omos, I don't know. I don't even think Omos would even go in there to go after Mini Vikingo.
Yeah, and if
because he
it is,
could, right?
and if it is Loretto Kid, then what? Mini Vikingo, who's a baby face, is gonna beat another baby face with the help from a heel. You know,
I could also see it where these guys like attack Mini Vikingo, like Omos, right? They were showing Omos backstage with Mini Vikingo. It almost seems like they were teasing a potential feud continuing there between Omos and Mini Vikingo. But isn't Omos still feuding with Galeno?
mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's still happening.
I don't know. I feel like they're just teasing it for the future because we've already seen Omos and Mini Vikingo in the ring a couple times.
I think we just want to believe Mini Vikingo. Like, we're trying to find ways and excuses to have Mini Vikingo beat Ray Phoenix, but I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately.
I would love to see Mini Vikingo as a champion, and I think it will. I just don't think it'll happen yet.
For sure, we'll get a really, really good showcasing from Mini Vikingo versus Ray Phoenix, and we can say Mini Vikingo wrestled Ray fucking Phoenix for a Cruiserweight Championship. That's still huge for him.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that he defeated a AAA
Champion.
mega champion. Ray Phoenix was also a previous mega champion.
That's true, yeah. Mini Vikingo has pinned El Hijo del Vikingo a couple times, right?
Exactly. So, like I said, there's still a chance. But do I think it's going to happen? Probably not.
That's fair.
But we'll see. 2 weeks away.
Yeah, I'm pumped for it. I'm excited. It's going to be good.
I think that right after that, that took us straight to a backstage segment with Rey Mysterio and Dom and El Grande Americano. Mm-hmm. And in that backstage segment, we saw your favorite guys come together, the Mysterios. Mm-hmm. I'll ask you about them in a second, but it was interesting because Dominik Mysterio said that he would watch El Grande Americano's back if El Grande Americano watched Dominik Mysterio's back. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I trust it, bro. I don't know if I trust Dominik Mysterio. I mean, yes, at the end of it all, Dominik Mysterio showed up at the end of the show, but I still don't trust him.
Dominik Mysterio has never told a lie in his entire life. He's the most trustworthy guy in the entire planet, and you can take his word like it was law, bro. How can you say that about the king of the luchadors, bro? Yadira said, yeah, right. Shout out Yadira. Yeah, Dominik Mysterio finally showed up to Mexico in San Luis Potosí. He finally decided to show up to work. He hasn't been there in a long time. And like always, he showed up speaking facts, Soto. The most interesting thing that he said from this backstage segment was, what a coincidence that all of a sudden Rey Mysterio becomes general manager and Los Perros del Mal just happen to show up. I don't think that's a coincidence. We want to talk about who might be the leader. That's one guy we did not mention was Rey Mysterio. Soto, I'm telling you, not only that, but Rey Mysterio, he's just not looking like a good general manager, bro. And I'm gonna bring up another reason later. But that's what I got out of this. What did you think?
It's definitely not Rey Mysterio. He has nothing to do with Los Perros del Mal. We already know this.
I
It's
don't
got to
know,
be Dom,
bro.
bro. It has to be Dom. I was hoping. I'm gonna jump ahead. I was hoping at the very end of this show that Dominik Mysterio was gonna take off that Mexico jersey and he was gonna be wearing a Perros del Mal shirt. I was hoping for it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't happen, but that means it still can happen. It just didn't happen yet.
Yeah, Lita on the comments is trying to troll, bro. She's trying to troll. She said, "Nope. Hope Damien takes his title or Finn. Dominic's title is going by and by." Wow, wow, that makes me so mad. That's the king of the luchadors that we're talking about. I put some respect on my boy's name. Anyway, Rey Mysterio is a bad general manager and a bad father. But go ahead,
Go ahead. He's just always hating. He's always hating on Ray for no reason.
bro. Los Perros del Mal just show up like 2 weeks after Rey Mysterio becomes general manager, bro. Come on, dog. That can't be a coincidence. I mean, like, and then okay, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit, and on top of that, El Hijo del Vikingo got injured thanks to Rey Mysterio. What the hell's up with that? Like, Rey Mysterio is just fucking up, bro.
I mean, he didn't force him to wrestle. He
He
just
did,
gave him
bro.
opportunity. He gave him opportunity to wrestle in NXT and on SmackDown.
Sounds
If
like
you
he
had the
forced
opportunity
him.
to wrestle, wouldn't you?
All right, we'll talk about that later. But yes, um, but yeah, Dominik Mysterio claimed he's like, "You're not gonna be able to fight them alone, and I will have your back tonight." El Grande Americano didn't really believe him. He was like, "I'll see it when I believe it," right? But that's how this backstage segment ended, and it was also really cool to see Dominik Mysterio and El Grande Americano face to face because that's the first time we've seen them, I think, since El Grande Americano became the number one contender.
No,
Okay.
we had seen him in another episode. It was after he was celebrating. Sorry, it was after he was celebrating the win for the sword.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, overall, it was a great backstage segment. Um, really cool to see all three of these guys. And I guess the relationship that El Grande Americano and Dominik Mysterio have right now, because I thought it was going to be really bad tension there because they're going to face each other at Triple Mania, but it looks like they're starting off in a very friendly tone with these two guys.
I mean, they were tag team partners before. They were teaming up before. They were helping each other out before. Just because he's number one contender doesn't mean that they still have bad
No,
blood.
but wasn't there a time like a couple months ago where El Grande Americano was getting beat up and Dom just walked away and he was just like, I don't want nothing to do with this. So they were having some tension there for a minute.
I think it's just Dom trying to protect himself from the ring, not making mistakes like El Hijo del Vikingo and,
Yeah.
protecting himself.
Yeah.
He's just being smart about it.
So apparently, according to Yadira, Dom is the one who always needs help. Dom has won all of his matches all by himself with no one's help because he's a true champion. But anyway, anything else about this backstage segment, Soto, that we saw tonight in AAA?
Not for this backstage segment. We did go back to the ring and we went in with Dorian and Omos, where
Yes.
Dorian gave Omos the AAA Latin American Championship. I didn't think he could do that. I didn't think he had the power to do that. I mean, I know that his mom is the president of AAA, but I don't think Dorian has that power. Well, I mean, what did you think of that short segment before, the best AAA general manager showed up? Rey Mysterio came in to save the day.
Yeah, speaking of short, Rey Mysterio showed up and ruined the party. No, I'm just kidding. Um, what did I think about this? Well, it was breaking news, right? I mean, we've all seen the reports and the social media posts that Hijo del Vikingo is going to be out for a long time. Some people are saying it's going to be close to a year. Dorian confirmed that Hijo del Vikingo tore ligaments on his knee, which usually I've seen people come back from that for about like after like 6 months. So maybe they're just trying to play it safe and maybe they're just saying, hey, take extra time off. But I think if Hijo del Vikingo, with good luck, I think he could come back in like 6 or 7 months. I don't think he has to take an entire year off, but it's still a really, really long time. And because of that, they came out with the Latin American Championship in hand, Dorian and Omas, and they were going to break the news as to what they thought they were going to do with the Latin American Championship. And Dorian thought that he can just crown a new champion. And yes, he tried to give it to Omas, but Rey Mysterio, he was like, nah, bro, that's not how that works. You don't have the authority to make that call. So give me back the championship and we will decide how we're going to crown the champion. I think he said next week, right?
They're not going to crown the champion next week, but they're just going to make some sort of a tournament or something, some sort of announcement to see how we're going to crown a new AAA Latin American champion. Yeah, I mean, it was interesting to see Omos step up to Rey Mysterio. Get what I mean?
He's
okay,
short.
good. I'm glad you got it. Yeah, so it was cool to see that. I almost had a flashback of Gunther and Nick Aldis, and I was like, please, 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 don't let Omos come and just take out Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Nah, dude. Rey Mysterio's untouchable in AAA, man. He's too respected. And plus, Rey Mysterio doesn't need to get physical right now. He's doing his best at doing this general manager thing, even though it's not really working out very well, because Dorian also brings up a really good point. Like I mentioned earlier, Dorian also stated that he's going to pursue legal action against Rey Mysterio. Because of Rey Mysterio, Hijo del Vikingo got injured. We have a vacant Latin American Championship. And AAA is losing out on lots and lots of money because one of their top guys, El Hijo del Vikingo, can no longer compete. And that's all thanks to Rey Mysterio for sending him to SmackDown and NXT, where Dorian said was a unsafe working environment for AAA luchadores, which I thought was hilarious. But yeah, man, this was a great segment. Lots of heat from Dorian and Omos. And, Rey Mysterio coming out and taking that title. This was fucking awesome, man. I thought it was lovely. So good.
Well, right after this, we saw Damian Priest.
Yeah.
He cut a short promo on the new vacant championship. And he said, Ray, if you're looking for someone to go after that title, he's the guy. What did I say before? Damian Priest, if he goes after the AAA Latin American Championship, that's what it was meant to happen all along. We were supposed to see Damian Priest versus El Hijo del Vikingo for the AAA Latin American Championship. It just made sense. You were strong on them going Dom versus Damian Priest. I can see that down the line. But right now, we're focusing on Dom and El Grande Americano.
I'm gonna say something I never like
to
say.
No. I just need to say that I was right first, and then you can say what you need to say.
I'm going to say something that I don't like to say, and I don't like to say it ever, and not even to my wife. But you're right. You're right, and I was wrong. You're right, and I was wrong. It looks like Damian Priest is going to be getting that Latin American Championship after all. As much as I thought Damian Priest is too big for that title. But yeah, that looks like that was the plan all along when he first got there. And I guess it does kind of make sense. Like, say, hypothetically, if Hijo del Vikingo didn't get injured, Damian Priest versus Hijo del Vikingo, with the amount of heat that Hijo del Vikingo has, Damian Priest is, Damian Priest, he's a big baby face. I guess that makes sense. But I guess I don't know. I wanted something more for Damian Priest. But for now, Now that that title is vacant, I wouldn't be mad at it, you know. But yeah, you were right. You're right, motherfucker.
Honestly, we're talking down the line, down the line. We could definitely see Damian Priest get the AAA Latin American Championship, and then we could eventually see Dominik Mysterio versus Damian Priest for the AAA Latin American Championship off after Rey Mysterio. I'm sorry, Dominik Mysterio loses the title to El Grande Americano.
Well, I'm gonna say that you're probably right because you got me on this one. It looks like the people in the comments also agree with you as well.
It
Damn.
just makes sense, bro.
Are you happy
Down the
then?
line,
You
it
happy,
doesn't
bro?
have to.
You
I'm
making me
so happy.
making me
This
look
is
bad. No, I'm kidding.
this will be the clip for me. I will definitely put out this part of the segment. You can put out the rest. I will put out this part.
I'll just report it.
It's okay.
I'm just kidding.
I've got like 6 or 7 accounts. I'll make it work. I'll make it work.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. But yeah, I wonder if they're gonna follow up on the whole situation with Dorian actually trying to sue Rey Mysterio. I want to see that. I want to see them in court. I want to see them have like a video package of them in court and going over the situation. Like, yeah, this guy got my client injured. I want to see Rey Mysterio show up to court with his wrestling mask. That's what I want to see.
So I know they had a real court backstage. I don't remember what it's called, but in WWE back in the day when Undertaker was backstage, they had some sort of court. I don't know what it's called. Maybe you could help me
Wrestler's
look it
court.
up.
It was
Wrestler's court,
man.
something. But I know that Undertaker was like one of the big guys, maybe the judge, or I forgot what.
Yeah, but it wasn't a TV segment. I think that was like actually what they did back in the day or something like that.
I know, but the reason why I bring this up is because Undertaker is the guy
Yeah.
producing AAA, so he's got some experience with this whole court thing amongst the wrestlers.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's true, dude. Yeah, I want to see that, bro. And I love watching true crime shit. So if they give me some like true crime like fucking legal battle on on a wrestling show, I'll fucking eat that up, bro. That's hella funny.
If anything, they could settle out of court where El Hijo del Vikingo comes back as number 1 contender and gets to go after the title again.
Yeah. Do it. Oh, that's great. I love
so many
that, bro.
possibilities.
Yeah.
We've got enough time to do something funny, something great. That's what I love about about AAA, all the comedy.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to talk about the announcements that they made about I can't even say it. Verano de Escándalo?
I just know that they're gonna announce the tournament or something that has to do with the AAA Latin American Championship that we were just talking about, and then we also have the tag team match that we're getting between 2 members from Los Perros del Mal versus Dominik Mysterio and El Grande Americano, which I still think Dominik Mysterio may turn on El Grande Americano and hopefully leads Los Perros del Mal. And then we have a triple threat match, your favorite matches, which I called this last week, between Lady Shani versus, I believe, La Catalina.
Yeah.
And Flammer for the Reina de Reinas Championship.
Yes, correct. So yeah, but not only that, not only are we going to be getting those 3 matches, but from what I understood, Escándalo de Verano or Verano de Escándalo, it's going to be 3 tape shows. And each of those matches that you just said are going to be the main event for each night. That's what I understood.
That sucks. We're going to be spoiled.
Yeah.
That sucks, bro. We also forgot, well, not really, but we talked about it earlier, Mini Vikingo versus Rey Fenix for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship.
Shout out to Eric Padilla from the SDM podcast. He also thinks that Dom is going to be the face of Los Perros del Mal. Yeah, we'll talk about that more here in a bit because I got some thoughts about that. But yeah, that's the only thing about that, bro. Is the spoilers. We're definitely going to get spoiled. But I'm hoping that the first night we get Rey Fenix versus Mini Vikingo because I don't want that one to get spoiled. If the other 2 matches get spoiled for me, I'll survive. I'll still watch it, but I'll survive, you know. But the one I want to actually watch live is Rey Fenix versus Mini Vikingo.
I can agree with that one. But if Dom turns, if Dom turns out to be the leader, that better be the first thing over the Cruiserweight Championship.
Well, hold on though, because all right, in the main event, it was a tag team match. It was Money Machine versus. I'm sorry, but I couldn't even tell you who the other tag team was. Do you know who they were?
I forgot.
Okay, they were having a exciting lucha tag team match, right? And then Carmen Petrovich from NXT, who's in Perros del Mal, shows up on the stage. And the rest of the crew, Bronco Nima, Los Garces, and remind me the other guy's name.
Who? Money
Daga.
Machine? Oh, Daga.
Daga shows up. And they attack all four of the guys that were in this match. Both of the tag teams got attacked. And Daga doesn't waste any time. He was like, hey, Grande Americano, if you don't come out, we're going to continue whooping ass. So get your ass out here right now. So Los Perros del Mal are not hiding from anybody, right? El Grande Americano comes out. Our great Mexican hero comes out for the save to the huge pop. Welcomed, accompanied by Los Americanos, Rayo and Bravo. But they're still outnumbered. They go after Perros del Mal. Perros del Mal take control again. And Dominik Mysterio kept his word. He came out with a steel chair and chased out Los Perros del Mal. Now, in that moment right there, I thought, this is bullshit. Dominik Mysterio is going to smack El Grande Americano with that steel chair. As soon as El Grande Americano stands up and he turns around, Dominik Mysterio is going to smack him. And he's going to announce that he was behind everything, that he is, the leader of Los Perros del Mal, right? Because that's classic wrestling booking right there. We've seen that happen so many times that's what I was expecting here, but that didn't happen at all. Dominik Mysterio he's already loved in Mexico. He was actually playing the hero. He was doing the babyface thing. He chased out Los Perros del Mal and he made a challenge. And he told Los Perros del Mal, next week, pick two of your dogs because you guys are going to face me and Grande Americano next week, which got a huge pop, a huge crowd reaction. So it looks like we're getting a babyface Dominik Mysterio. So I don't think that they will have a match together. Dominik Mysterio is going to get physical with Perros del Mal. And then he's going to be like, oh, I was just kidding. We were friends all along. I don't think that makes sense, does it?
Yes, it is, because it's deceptive. And it's exactly the perfect move.
But they just beat each other up in a wrestling match. Like, for what? Like, that's the part right there that's throwing me off. Like, if Dominik Mysterio is behind all of them, there's no reason why he should be in a fight versus them. You get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but if Dominik Mysterio walks away during the match, leaves El Grande Americano just to be beaten up during the match, or he doesn't jump into the ring, or he doesn't take the tag. Eddie Guerrero didn't take the tag from Rey Mysterio, leaving Rey Mysterio in the ring to get beaten up. It would be perfect. You know what I mean? Like, it's perfect.
It's not perfect though, because to me it's stupid. Like, hey, we're trying to trick this guy, right, into thinking that I'm on his side, but really I'm with you guys the whole time. But by the way, hit me and we're gonna hurt each other just so we can trick this guy. That's the part right there that it's possible. I've seen it happen before, but I just always thought that was so dumb, like, I guess. But it could happen. It could happen.
I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, and we're also gonna have to see how hard Los Perros del Mal hit Dominik Mysterio, because Dominik Mysterio didn't even touch Los Perros del Mal. They just ran away. Maybe he said, hey, I'm going to run out there with the chair and you guys need to run off. Right?
Yeah, but what about when they have the tag team match? They're going to hit each other.
Yeah, but there's not going to be any weapons involved, and it's not going to be that hard. I think they'll be fine.
I think Rey Mysterio's behind it.
You and your Rey Mysterio conspiracies.
He's a bad father and a bad general manager.
No, he's a great general manager. You gave him praise on taking away the AAA Latin American Championship.
No, I didn't.
Away from Omos.
No, I didn't. I said it was a great segment. It was entertaining, but it's his fault. Hijo del Vikingo got injured. and he should be sued.
Well, I found it interesting, and I still think that Dominik Mysterio is going to turn on El Grande Americano and still be the leader of Los Perros del Mal. I I actually got a flashback from Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns during that segment when Dominik Mysterio was holding that chair and El Grande Americano was leaning on the ropes, had his back turned to him. I seriously thought we were about to see Dominik Mysterio hit El Grande Americano in the back, just like Seth Rollins did to Roman Reigns.
See, look, Eric Padilla from the SDM podcast. He just set it up perfectly. He said Americano will start the match, and once he goes for the hot tag for Dominik Mysterio, that's when Dominik Mysterio is gonna pull the Eddie Guerrero and jump off the apron and walk away, and he's gonna be like, "Ha, motherfucker!" But I don't want to see if he's behind it. I don't want to see him get physical with them. But that's just me.
Well, we'll see what happens in two
I know. I
weeks.
can't wait. I can't wait. So you're sticking to it, huh? You're sticking that it's got to be Dom, right?
It's got to be Dom. It has to be Dom. It makes sense to be Dom.
It does make sense. It does make sense for the road to Triple Mania to hype up El Grande Americano and Dominik Mysterio feud. You know, to just make it more intense. You know.
Because right now on a one-on-one, it's great and all, but it doesn't seem like a challenge for El Grande Americano. And especially after that 5.75 star match that he had against Chad Gable, man, that guy is unstoppable right now in AAA.
Yeah.
But if you put Dominik Mysterio behind Los Perros del Mal, now we're talking. Now we're talking a challenge for El Grande Americano.
Yeah. Also, Steven Temores also believes Dom is the leader of Los Perros del Mal. Looks like everyone believes it's gonna be Dom, bro, and it makes sense. But is that too obvious? Is that answer too obvious? You know how the WWE lately, I feel like they've been trying to avoid a lot of the obvious in some of their storylines.
Maybe it is, but for now, I'm gonna still lean towards Dom until something else changes my mind. But I think this is what they need. They need a big star to be the leader. They need a big star to lean on, um, even if it's just a temporary partnership, and then they turn on Dom after he loses the title. If he loses the title, that would help elevate the group even further.
That's true. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But that was a great AAA Lucha Libre start, beginning, middle, and end. Very, very good 1 hour of wrestling. Lins Dorado said it best 1 hour on TV.
Absolutely, dude. Well, I'm gonna wrap things up here. Unless you have anything else you want to cover.
Rey Mysterio is a bad general manager.
You already said that.
Okay,
You already
then
said
no,
that.
I'm
Your viewers
good.
already heard that.
All right.
You could say that I was right again. I mean, that you could say that over and
And
over.
with
That's
that,
fine.
we're gonna call it here, folks. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Once again, I'm Soto619. He's Edgar from Snug Wrestling. Make sure to drop both of us a follow if you haven't already done so. Appreciate you always for jumping on. Can't wait to talk next week for AAA Lucha Libre.
Yep, we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, we can squeeze in a preview and a review afterwards as well, like we did this week.
Absolutely, dude. All right, dude. Well, have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys on
Alrighty,
the next one.
peace.
All right, later.